Hello friends, welcome to the next video. In this video I want to talk about something a little different. Now I know that a lot of people come here to watch instructional stuff, but it's okay to talk about things that affect us in the current musical world, okay? And that thing that I want to talk about today is AI. Now, you probably know how I feel about AI. It's a mixed bag. I use AI for certain things like administrative stuff, like writing emails or doing some research, or even, checking up on health things, finding out recipes and things to eat and, where to go, restaurants and stuff like that. I use AI for things like that. But it should be controlled. Right now, it's running amok. And I think that is very harmful for society. Especially in the music world, all of us musicians know what's going on with AI, right? It's total and utter thievery. Complete thievery. Even Noam Chomsky said it, okay? Everybody can see it. It's just taking, everybody's work and spitting it out in new iterations. I didn't consent to that. I never consented to that. I never allowed, my work to be copied in any way, stuff like that. I never consented to that. And probably the great majority of musicians have not consented to that. Now, how many years are we going to sit here and take it in the teeth as musicians? Musicians never organize themselves. They never fight back. There's a story that the last time musicians fought back was in Las Vegas. So there was the musicians union strike that was going on. I can't remember the exact reason the strike was going on, something about pay or whatever. And it was lasting, it was going on. And one of the big stars, he got tired of the strike and he said, you know what, let's just go play, man. I want to play. So he opened the show again, and that ruined the whole movement of musicians trying to fight for what was right and get what they, deserved. That was the end of the strength of the musicians union. We don't have a musicians union. We don't have a union like actors. Actors, the SAG is a very powerful union, and it's still very relevant. I don't know what they're doing about the whole AI thing. They're probably going to get reamed as well. But they're more likely to do something about it than the musicians union, which is a bunch of babies. And they just roll over and, don't say a word. They're like, okay, do whatever you want. Anyway. It's super frustrating for me. Now, why should you listen to me in this case? Because I have some insights that are going to be interesting for you. Here in Asia, I'm seeing production shows, lots of shows, that use AI music in their productions. They'll take music off of YouTube, not even commissioning the people that came up with this stuff, right? They just directly download it off YouTube, like hour-long playlists written by AI about whatever style of music, and they'll take it and they'll put it in their show. They won't even mix it or remaster it or something like that. They'll just, casually put it in their show. It's so wackadoo to me. It's so far removed from any professional situation that it's astounding. The level of laziness and apathy and disrespect for the audience is amazing, right? Just so they don't have to pay a composer or whoever to compose music for their show. Wow, man. That's what it's come down to. AI is for lazy, disgusting, non-artistic people who have no business being in show business, right? In arts, they have no business being in the arts. They're just profiting off of the work of hundreds of thousands of artists over decades, and they don't care. They simply don't care. Now, that's why I say this has got to be regulated. This is not possible to continue like this. It's total thievery. It's the biggest art heist in the history of art. Okay? Now, what can we do about it? The only thing we can do, I think, is create an awareness through social media. And that's really the only solution, I think, because our government's not going to do anything. They don't care. One iota. There's some platforms that have been banning AI music. I think is Bandcamp. They've been banning AI music. And YouTube is actually banning some AI channels. They're disappearing suddenly, banning faceless channels using AI. That's a good thing. At least somebody's doing something. But in general, the battle is huge. The battle is huge. Now, why do I have hope? What gives me hope that this situation will not be forever? The other night, I played a gig here, and in Asia, I think people are not used to levels of musicianship. You know, you're just not used to seeing like somebody with tons of experience playing right in front of them and giving it everything they've got. You know, the audience was like shocked, right? They're watching me play and they're like, oh, they couldn't believe it, right? That gives me hope that there is still the human element in the connection to music. The human being needs depth, needs passion, fire, needs to see things like that. Can you imagine if AI is the future of music? They're gonna sit there and watch a projection of some, fake musician playing? That's nowheresville, man. It's disgusting, actually. It's super disgusting. So it gives me hope that I'm in the trenches and I see live that people still have a connection to fire and passion and great music when they see it in person. The thing is, they have to see it in person. It has to be brought to them and they have to experience it. That's a way that we can fight this whole thing, right? By making a big distinction between the garbage and insult to the intelligence of people, that is AI, and the absolute beauty of watching someone who is highly accomplished and skilled in their art form. There's a big, big difference. And you feel it in your gut, and it rips your soul, and you remember it for days. And I mean, that's how I felt every time I watched Buddy or Tony Williams. I was just sitting there, whoa. I had that feeling, and I can relate to that when I see people watching, right? I know that it's reaching them. So there's a hope. We just have to do something about it. I think laws have to be changed. They're not going to be, because our government doesn't care one iota about artists. They just don't. But something's got to be done. You know, you as a drummer should take a stance. You as a musician, as an artist, any type of artist should take a stance against this, because it's totally disgusting. Here in Asia, it's very pronounced, and it's permitting these people who run these awful shows to get away with thievery. Okay, to not put any effort into music, since they're like in restaurateurs or investors, and people have nothing to do with arts. They think it's okay to do that, right? It's not. It's not. AI is for lazy, untalented losers. AI music is disgusting, and it's horrible. I signed up for Suno just to see what would happen. Okay, what's this all about? Suno was a disaster. It's a toy for children. It's a mess. It won't do anything of any depth. And there's going to be people that say, yeah, wait for 5 years, then 5 years going to be able to copy all your drumming. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, it hasn't. The drum machine has not been able to copy Elvin Jones, okay? And it will never copy Wayne Shorter or any artist of great skill and talent. It just won't, can't, all right? So that said, I hope that you put your stuff out there and make an effort to do something great. The beauty in art is that it takes time and effort and practice and research, and it takes soul searching and discovery, and most of all, it takes your passion and dedication and discipline. Remember, discipline is not the torture, what people think discipline is. Discipline is a study. It means to be a disciple, okay? That's the discipline of music. It's a beautiful thing. That's what it takes, okay? Folks, thank you for listening. I hope that you will take this and think about it and put your music out there in an effort to contribute to the world and make this a beautiful life. All right, my friends. Thanks for watching. Peace out.